What goes into a good nonprofit website? Hi, I'm Kelly, the Nonprofit Marketing Nerd, and I help nonprofits just like you amplify your mission through marketing that works. Now, in this video, we are going to be going through something that really gets my heart pumping, and that is the must-have components of a nonprofit website. And if your site is missing any of these key components, you're doing it wrong. And make sure you stick around to the end because I will be walking you through not only what makes a website good in the nonprofit space, but what makes it action-inspiring. Let's dive right in. The first thing that makes a good nonprofit website is a clear mission statement, bold and centered. If I land on your nonprofit's homepage and can't immediately tell what your nonprofit's about, you've already lost me. Your mission should be screaming from the homepage. I'm talking loud and proud, bold and impactful. None of this tiny little subtext buried in a paragraph or somewhere in the submenu garbage. Now, I've seen nonprofits bury their mission statement over in the About Us page, thinking people will hunt for it. At Nonprofit Marketing Nerd, we truly believe that welcome to 2024 and the click, jump, low attention generation. And you have to write for lazy readers. So your mission statement needs to be above the fold, right, bold, on the homepage, and super simple, not muddled and lost among everything else. One of my clients actually saw a 20% increase in engagement on their website past their homepage by simplifying their homepage and making their mission statement the anchor content for that main page. The second thing that nonprofit websites have to have are compelling visuals. I'm talking ditch the stock photography. If I see one more picture of a fake handshake or a smiling perfect family, I'm gonna scream. Authenticity is key, so you need to have real, authentic photos of your actual organization showcased on your website. People connect with people, not fake stock people. One of the key things we recommend for all nonprofits is to go ahead and hold your own photo shoot for your organization. These are typically half-day events where you batch record and get photos. I'm talking thousands of pictures that'll end up with like 100 or so really good ones that you can then use, especially on your website, but on other digital content throughout the year. Now, if you're working with a website designer that is really pushing you to use perfect stock photography, I would question your judgment of the website designer you chose, but also really encourage them and make sure that they are aware that nonprofits are different and perfect is actually going to be a disconnect for your target audience, whether they are donors, potential program participants, or potential members. The third thing that makes a good nonprofit website is blazing fast, super simple donation processing. Now, this might seem like a no-brainer, but this is actually the number one thing of all I've said so far that most nonprofits mess up. If it takes a donor more than a minute and a half to land on your homepage to making a donation, I'm talking 6 or 7 clicks because you've convoluted the process, you are losing potential donors by making things too difficult on your website. Make sure you are using platforms or third-party software, such as from your donation CRM, that is super seamless, easy to use, customizable, and mobile compatible. One of our website design clients actually told us up front that they had such a wonderful donation page. And it was super bulky and all this information. And honestly, I was like bored from reading it and never even tried to click to donate. But they were so proud of their donation page. And then I asked them how many donations they got a month via their donation page on their website, 1 or 2. And when I asked further, those 2-ish donors were reoccurring givers, like probably those 1 or 2 donors were actually reoccurring givers that were going to the website to donate. So their donation page was not actually an experience that was easy for potential new donors to use. We then went in and created forms through their CRM, which happened to be Neon One at the time, and created very easy to use, customizable donation forms that were then embedded to their website. I'm talking from the main page, click the right corner. Right there is not just how to donate, but is literally where do you donate? 2 clicks. A good rule of thumb is it should take a donor no more than 3 clicks from landing to the homepage to actually making the donation. So before you go in thinking you're giving all the information and talking people into donating through your donation pages, really focus on easy to use and assume you've done the work of getting them to the donation page through all the other outreach activities and social media content you put out, and not talking people into donating through your website. The 4th thing all nonprofits should have on their website are impact stories. People don't want to hear about your goals and all the numbers. They want to feel and see your impact. At Nonprofit Marketing Nerd, we actually have a test called the Goosebumps Test. And if your impact story doesn't give me goosebumps and doesn't make me feel anything, it's not good enough and it's not going to motivate people to act. So when you're focusing on not what stories to tell, but how to tell stories on your website, really put it through the Goosebumps test and be honest with yourself. The 5th thing your nonprofit website needs is a super strong, simple call to action. So if your goal is to get people to donate, make sure people know. If your goal is to get people to learn more about your organization, then make sure those compelling impact stories are right on that homepage and driven by images to suck people in. And if your goal is to get more members, then that's what your homepage is for, is navigating the experience of a potential member. A nonprofit we recently worked with on a website revamp had buried their donation button way at the bottom, actually in the footer. And that's the only place you could find how to donate. They said they didn't want to come off too aggressively, but when you asked them what their goal was for their website, it was donations. We moved that donate button into the top 1/3 of the website with a very direct call to action and increased their online donations by 30%. Yes, we also made their website much better, much more sleek and impact story focused, but 30% increase in online donations just by moving that button. This is just a quick note, but your website needs to have responsive design. I'm recording this video right now in summer of 2024. I still see nonprofit websites that are like one page weird, like, I don't even know, it's some coding language before my time, where everything's like a picture on a website and it's all one size and you can't even read it and you can't even navigate it, and it's really makes the nonprofit look very unprofessional and unimpressive. So if your website is not mobile compatible, you need to upgrade now, contact us. The next thing that makes up a good nonprofit website is easy to use navigation. I'm talking crazy simple, super simple. And this is actually something that a lot of modern websites don't do a great job with. They really want to make the website look hip. But when you look at what is the purpose or main call to action for most nonprofits, it's to get people to do something pretty transactional, to get people to donate, to get people to sign up, to get people to attend, to get people to register. And so the more complex and convoluted, even if your website looks cool, it is, the less likely you are to get your target audience to do that action you want them to do. So make your navigation super simple and don't make your website so cool and cool looking, but no one knows how to use it or what it should be used for. And finally, the last thing all nonprofits need is some sort of SEO or SEO optimization. I can't believe how many nonprofits, when I Google them, or when I Google the service I need, the nonprofit doesn't even show up. This is especially true, and I actually used to work with an organization. I actually used to work for an organization that had a variety of services, but one was a sliding fee daycare center. And they barely had a website page for their daycare center. And when you would go and Google daycare centers and the city, the organization name would not even show up. They'd done no SEO, they built in no online presence for their daycare center. And then they're wondering why all of these young parents don't know they exist, because they're Googling and looking and probably looking on Google Maps and your daycare center doesn't show up. That's why people aren't showing up. Now, SEO becomes more and more important the more geographically large your organization gets. So if you're covering a statewide, multi-state, national, international region, then SEO is so important because you are competing with others. Now, if you're an association of any kind, producing regular SEO optimized blog content that is not about your organization, but about content your potential members are interested in is so vital. That is the content marketing of the 21st century, to get in front of your target audience by things that are gonna be more attractive because you're adding value to them and they're finding you, not you going and hunting them down. Anyway, rant over. Sorry, so many things that make a good nonprofit website. I love nerding out about it, but I hope those quick 8 things that go into making a great nonprofit website will really help you to either develop a better website or level up your current website. Good luck. Thank you again for trusting me to help you amplify your mission through marketing that works. See you next week.